Hello and welcome to another Sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get stuff done around the house. Today I'm actually going to be doing hopefully 2 recipes. I'm making a copycat version of the Red Lobster biscuits. I made some soup with Owen a little bit earlier and I thought biscuits would go really well with the soup, and I don't know what made me think about the Red Lobster biscuits. I probably have not been to Red Lobster in like 20 years. I have no idea. It's been a really long time, but I know they're really popular, and I feel like I still have a recollection of what they taste like. So I'm going to make those, and then at daycare this coming week, it is Spirit Week, and the boys it's like Color Wars week. So both of them, their classrooms actually got assigned the same color. So they're both on the blue team and we need to dress them in blue every single day and pack blue things in their lunches. I am seriously struggling. Last year they were on the orange/yellow team and the green team, and it was so easy to pack lunches in those colors. Blue is impossible. I feel like it literally requires artificial dyes. So I'm trying to come up with ideas, but I think we're gonna make some muffins and dye them blue, I guess. I've been planning on putting blueberries in their lunch boxes, but that's like the only thing that I can think of that's naturally blue. So we are gonna do that and get some other things done. So let's keep going with these biscuits. I have never made these before, so I need to keep reading the recipe and hopefully they turn out as delicious as I think they're gonna be.
This recipe did say it was easy, but honestly, I was shocked at how easy it truly was. It was really quick just to mix all of the ingredients. I always keep powdered buttermilk on hand. It's just such a pain to find buttermilk in the grocery store, and then you typically only need a little bit and the rest of it goes bad. So having powdered buttermilk is really easy in a recipe like this because you don't even have to really mix the buttermilk and water together to make the actual buttermilk. I just added the powder and then added the water into the recipe, mixed it up, added that fresh shredded cheddar cheese, and then it was basically time to roll it out, knead it, and I actually ended up buying some biscuit cutters because I just love to cook and bake, and there's so many times that I have needed to make different circular shaped cookies or biscuits, so I have a set where they're all nesting little circles for all different sizes. So when it says in a recipe, you need 2 3/4 inch circle cookie cutter, I have it because I have so many different sizes. So I had that on hand. I rolled out the dough nice and thick and just got a silicone mat on my baking sheet and got to cutting those out so I can pop them in the oven. So while those cooked, I went upstairs and we're going to do a little bit of organizing. I feel like a lot of times I do bigger organizing projects in dedicated organizing videos, but today's Sophisticated Saturday, I was just feeling pulling absolutely everything out of the bottom of my bathroom cabinet, giving it a wipe down, just kind of like doing a quick inventory, not necessarily like a full-blown declutter or really focusing on organizing, but just like a little bit of a reset, refresh, make sure I know what's going on under there. That, I think, is just one of the biggest things to keep your house going and running smoothly and keeping it organized and decluttered, is to never have those cabinets or drawers that you haven't opened in forever. You can't remember the last time you did something like this. Just having a regular cadence where you're going through every space in your house really helps stay on top of things. Part of the reason I wanted to do this was because I was running low on a few of my shampoo and body wash products, and I keep those under the sink, so I refilled those. And then once I refilled those, I was actually able to get rid of the body wash container and the shampoo or its conditioner container. I just put them on the bathtub so I could use them like one last time, and then was able to get rid of those. And then I'm going to go through the 2 units that I have under the sink there. Those have been with me since college. They are from the Container Store. They're so sturdy, such high quality. They are more expensive, but if you are looking to add more storage to your bathroom, this is like my favorite storage solution because they come in so many different sizes. I have used them in closets before in really tall sizes with bigger baskets if you want to use them as like a laundry system. They're just awesome. So on Amazon Prime Day, I think it's called, I did buy another set of gel polishes. These are teeny tiny little bottles, but there's so many of them. I feel like they won't last that many manicures, but I love changing up the color. I don't get my nails done really ever. I do get a couple pedicures maybe a year, but other than that, I do all my nails at home, and that set was like, I don't know, $13 or something for a ton of different colors. So it's a lot of stuff, but it really is saving money to do everything at home. So I reorganized those, and then I'm going through all of my hair tools and hair brushes. I just got the Dyson straightener at the Nordstrom sale. So I've been testing that one out to see if I like it. And it's actually kind of nice because I don't really blow dry my hair. You'll see I do not have a blow dryer. So I love the Dyson because I can start to straighten my hair when it's still a little bit damp and speed up the process a little bit, because usually since I don't blow dry my hair, I always have to wait till my hair is fully dry until I can style it. In the second organizer here, I have all of my travel cosmetic bags. I have a drawer for body products, and then I have a top drawer that has travel products, but there's really not much in there at all. There's really not many cosmetic bags under there. I've really thinned the herd here and done a good job of getting rid of stuff. There was one thing I got rid of, I think in the top of the travel section there, but it was a really quick inventory check, just like I said, and then it was time to put it back away. Okay, for the biscuits, I was going to put some parsley on top, and I'm using my garden. You guys can now see how full it's getting. I cut some of the parsley off, I melted butter, added a little garlic powder, and mixed that all together, and that's what we're going to use to brush on top of all of the biscuits, and this recipe was definitely a winner. It turned out so good. Into the laundry room because I have a pile of clothing that I keep sticking through the wash that is just so stained, and also I needed to refill the kitchen cleaner that I have downstairs. I've been using this Mrs. Meyer's peony scent. It's a cleaning concentrate, so you just add a little bit to the bottle, then fill the rest up with water. But I was only able to fill part of it up because it created so many bubbles you'll see there. So I'm going to let those bubbles sit while I stain treat all of the kids' clothing, and then I can finish off or top off the rest of the bottle with a little bit more water. And I'm going to be honest with you, after I finished washing this load of clothing again, some of these things still had stains on them. So we're going to have to try again and maybe do some more soaking instead of just a quick stain treat. On to recipe number 2. This is the muffin recipe, and I just Googled a recipe based on what I had on hand. And like I said, we're going to make part of it just regular muffins, and then the other part I'm going to try and dye blue. I don't have huge hopes for this. I looked at like what happens if you blend blueberries into a blueberry muffin, and it's like it just turns out kind of a murky brown. It's so strange. Blueberries aren't really blue. It's kind of more of a purpley color. So we're going to have to whip out the dye, but first I'm mixing all of the ingredients together, mashing the banana, and then we'll do half and half. So I got the first load of just plain muffins into the muffin tin, and then I'm going to add some blue food dye, like I said, to the second half. And I started small, mixed it in, realized it definitely wasn't enough, and kept adding a few more drops. And you will see a little bit later, I should have added even more, but like I said, I was trying to avoid adding a ton of food dye to my kids' foods. I really don't use food dye other than when I'm baking like a specific birthday cake or something, but there's exceptions for fun daycare color wars, and it turned out okay, but you can even see here it kind of looks green, like I should have known. I took a second to put everything back in the pantry. You'll see those acrylic bins on kind of the top right there are a little bit overrun with snacks, so I probably need to reorganize that a little bit, but the rest of the pantry is pretty organized. I got all of that stuff put away, and then we are going upstairs so I can lay out some of the laundry. I'm laying out Jim's laundry. I'm going to fold my laundry. I got that done a little bit earlier and just hate to leave it in the dryer. Even if I'm not going to fold absolutely everything, I just want to get it out of the dryer so it doesn't end up in a wrinkly mess. And just laying it out on the bed is at least bare minimum step 1.
Okay, so the muffins are not as blue as I thought they were gonna be. They have like a little hint of blue. I just really was trying to avoid the blue food dye. So I'm gonna let them cool off, and then we're gonna try and cut into them and see if they're a little bit more blue on the inside, so they look like they're blue if they're presented in the lunchbox that way.
So here we go. Here's the reveal of the muffin. You'll see it's just really not that blue. So opening them up, it did kind of help. And I am going to fill the rest of the lunchbox with other blue foods. Owen has kind of that more teal lunchbox, and he was so proud at school. They sent me pictures of him at daycare holding up his lunchbox, and the little captions in the photos would say things like, Owen's so proud of having the bluest lunchbox in his class. He was just so excited about it. So I think it still was a win, and they were really excited. I just added some yogurt and some sprinkles, and that was it.
Today was a pretty quick, sophisticated Saturday, but hey, we got some meal prep done, we got some laundry done. I also obviously organized under my bathroom sink, which felt really good. We had a cleaning person come and clean our house not that long ago, so it is pretty clean, which is like the weirdest feeling. And I just feel like I'm kind of on top of a lot of things right now, so we're gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you are subscribed so you catch all of my videos every Saturday. And until next time, I will see you all later.